every morning on the cruise from 6 to 7 a.m.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Monday, well, we probably left on Monday or Tuesday, but every morning from 6 to 7 a.m. only. And you could everybody was invited,
Yes.
but, you know, some people said it was too early, and some people. We prayed.
Pray, worship.
We worshiped
pray.
so hard.
Let me say this. Like, first of all, on a cruise, you know you sleepy. You know that all I do on the cruise is sleep.
It's a slow little,
Yeah,
it ain't even this much, but if you be still, you get real. You could go to sleep in a chair.
So for the dedication of getting up at 6 every morning when you didn't have to, just to give it to the Lord and praise Him and thank Him.
Because the first year we heard about it like with only 2 or 3 days left, but this year we was ready.
Man, I was cracking up when the first year we did it.
Hold on. That means somebody on the phone.
Go, Monty. Go, Monty.
Let that play. Hold on. Let that play. Wait a minute. Turn that up. We know who on the phone. Can he hear can he hear this music too? Ladies and gentlemen. Okay, stop the music. On the phone with us right now, 10-time Stellar Award nominated young man, James Fortune.
Man, this joker went from a hotel bathtub to the Stellars.
From the hotel to the Stellar Awards, dog.
Motel.
Yeah.
How y'all doing, family?
Hey, man, first of all, congratulations. What a huge weekend you had. You walked into it with great humility. To be nominated for so many. If you wouldn't have won, and I know you won some. You won 2 the day before the Stellar Awards, but if you wouldn't have won any, nominated 10 times, James, man, how'd that feel?
Yeah, I mean, just getting 10 nominations to me was incredible, but just being real, you always talk about, being real. I definitely, went to the Stellar Awards wanting to win, a couple at least, one at least, just, for the simple fact, like I said, it's not that the award, makes or breaks what I do and what God has called me to do, but it just feels good to be appreciated, by your peers and by those who are involved with the Stellar Awards, just to let you know that your hard work, has been recognized.
Well, James, Toni has a gang of questions for you, but I just wanted to ask you, what did you like about the Stellar Award, and what did you think they could have did better?
What I liked, I was sharing, earlier, talking with a good friend of mine, I really this year appreciated, some of the showcases they gave a lot of the talent and the artists who haven't had a chance to really come out yet. Just a chance to minister and perform and get, experience and get to perform in front of people, crowds. And, it wasn't just about, the quote unquote, people that were actually nominated or Stellar Award winners, but they had platforms for, unsigned artists and unreleased artists to have a chance to come down to Nashville and be a part of some of the showcases and experience the Stellar Awards will begin as well.
And what could they have done better to you?
I think what they probably could have done better is just, for me, it's all about, the new artists. So, I really don't have a lot of what they could have did better, because even for me, if you look at the Stellar Awards itself, there was a lot of artists that performed who hadn't ever performed before on the Stellars, like J.J. Harrison and so many others. So I appreciate that as well. So those were the things that I was looking for this year, just not having just the same people, same faces doing everything, but having some new artists and giving new artists an opportunity, and that's what they did. So I really don't have any complaints.
Well, James, this is Toni. How are you this morning?
Hey, Toni, how you doing? I'm doing great.
Man, let me say, before I go into a question, let me say thank you for always hitting me back when I text you. Thank you for every time I say, can you do a show for us? You always say, just let me know when. So thank you for staying in touch and just supporting us just as much as you say we support you, but you always do. And I really appreciate that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. So like I say, anytime, anything I can do, we family, I'm here. So I appreciate you as well.
Well, James, you've already won the awards. You got the accolades. You're a bigger part of the gospel community than you probably even expected 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I just want you to take a moment, just if you could, to just for people out there and for watchers and listeners and unbelievers, when you say you trust them, give them the instance of down to that moment of you really understand. You saying you trust him, but making it show, and how you allow God to show you how his trust in him paid off for you.
Yeah, well, for me and my family, this whole the thing with I trust you, of course, it started, with the testimony that I share. When we lost our home, a little over 4 years ago, and just didn't have any money. Credit was messed up. We had a car, but then that car was repossessed. And so we were at a situation where we didn't have a place to live, didn't have any transportation, and we had 2 children, and my wife was also pregnant. So, I got to a place where, I was having problems trusting God, just trying to figure out ways myself to get us out of the situation instead of really, really depending on him, because I felt like, in a way that he had let me down, if I can just be transparent. And
right.
So, as I began to, God began to speak to me and say, James, you still got to trust me. You still got to believe. You still got to know that I'm still in control. That's when I actually got the song, I Trust You, in a motel room one night. And at that moment, I was just, doing a song, and the words began to just encourage me and strengthen me, and I was giving them to my wife, and she's a real singer, so I started having her, kind of sing the melody that God was giving to me. We began to get strength from that song at that very moment. And so, for a lot of people, years later, as the song became number one and it began to bless millions of people, all over the world, people needed to understand that first that song was a song that stopped us from really giving up, really throwing in the towel, that God gave it to us first. And
right.
so, we were in a position where we had to trust God. We trusted God. He took that song, and that song that he gave me in the most difficult time of my life that I can remember is what he used to completely turn our life around, bless our ministry, bless my family, as well as bless so many other people. So it all started with trusting God. It all started with, look, the devil's tempting. The devil tries to get you to doubt. The devil wants to get you to not believe, to feel like, God has forgotten about you, that God is not concerned about your situation.
Yep.
But to understand that, listen, we really have to walk by faith and not by sight. If you look all through the Bible, New Testament, Old Testament, God responds to faith. Jesus responded to the woman's faith. It was the faith that made them whole. And so, that's the only way is to really trust God and really believe God.
Man, James, thank you for saying that. And I say that just, people don't even know that you still went to church and you still worked in your youth ministry. So I give you a big hand up, for continuing and to spread the word. Not only, I just like the fact that, like you said, it was you. You didn't say my wife left me when I was down.
Right.
You didn't say I was stuck. You said we as a family. And I had told this, and I was telling Griff when we started on this walk of doing a show our own, not to make it be about us, I asked him, because I heard your story. I said, babe, are we going to have to be homeless to make it? Because I was serious.
I swear she said that.
I was just like, let me amp myself up for it. If this is what God want me to go through, to be a testament to what he can do and not a testament to what I can do, I'm cool. Just let me, I just have to say, I don't have to ask you a lot of questions, because all your songs, they're so transparent and they're so true. I love that one with fire. I mean,
she really do. That's her jam, and she hate to get all secular dancing with it, but she be in the house doing it, homie. To that song. That song make her feel good about herself. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, well, that's great. But Tony, I was saying, as you were sharing that, Tony, it's so true, because, before I went through this struggle, I was, I didn't have the big, I hadn't really, I was a preacher's kid, I didn't really have the testimonies that I heard a lot of people talk about, being on drugs or, having to go to prison or, just a lot of things I would hear about. I hadn't went through that, but not knowing that just around the corner, God had my own struggle that I was going to have to go through to be tested. Because I just feel like that was really, really important. Y'all talk about the humility, but that comes from understanding, where God brought me from. I truly, truly understand that it wasn't me. It wasn't that I'm the most talented or I'm the best songwriter or, I'm the best praise and worship leader, but, it's the favor of God, and it's because I trusted God when I had nothing, that God knew that if he ever gave me anything, he could trust me with it, because I would give him the glory and give him the credit.
Yep. Man.
Wow.
Woo,
well, James, you just blessed 129 countries, man, and we appreciate you as
Hey, James, I'm gonna make you laugh. Look, so you said definitely let me know if I ever go to acting, Hollywood or anything. I just when I have your number in the phone, and I be like, I'm texting him now. My friend, I be stunting.
Exactly.
This my friend.
Hey, tell Zacardi, man, I said what's cracking. I love that dude. When's his
Shout out to
project
your
gonna
wife,
come
James.
out?
Shout out to your wife.
Yeah, you know what? We finishing up, man. We in the studio with Zacardi right now. He drops April 17th.
Oh, good. You know what? Zacardi is the brother that's that sang on the cruise with us, and he's in the video we just played. But such a strong voice, and I know one thing about your talent is that you bless other talent. So, ladies and gentlemen, James Fortune, show him love. We appreciate you calling, man, and I'll talk to you soon, baby.
All right, love you, man. Love you, Tony. I'll see y'all soon.
All right, James,
Okay,
thanks.
stay blessed.
All right, thank you.
Let's sing it, baby.